Hey everyone, I'm Lisa Pickering and welcome to the 10 Most Fascinating People of Bermuda 2016. This season was all about the People's Choice, and thanks to your nominations, we've put together a list of 10 individuals who left you wanting to know more. Remember, the list is in no particular order, save for the final person, who we will reveal as 2016's Most Fascinating Person at Bermuda.
What makes someone fascinating? This is the 10 Most Fascinating People of Bermuda 2016. Sponsored by 1. Mod Blue Boutique and the Tradeswomen of Bermuda. Hosted by Lisa Pickering.
You might have been living under the rock if you weren't aware that the classic 80s kids show Fraggle Rock was in fact inspired by beautiful Bermuda herself. Think the Crystal Caves. In 2016, Fraggle Rock was re-released in HD, and its co-creator, cartoonist Michael Frith, was bestowed with the Villanova Peace Award for his work with his children's puppet charity, No Strings International. Kicking off this year's list, the uncomparable Michael Frith talks us through his serendipitous life and career.
Somehow I've always just fallen into things, one after another all my life. And I'm not sure that was good for me, but it's the way it went, you know.
You made it sound so easy.
It was. It really was. I mean, the work is very hard, and that's one of the things I love about it. It's challenging, whatever you're doing, you have to find the challenge in it, or it's no fun. We were talking earlier about the incredible leaps and strides that have been made in technology just over, the last couple of years. With every one of those advances, every one of those changes, every one of those presents a new opportunity to do something that's never been done before. You have to try it. And yeah, it may fail, but so what? You tried it and you learned something, and then you go on to whatever the next thing is and fail at that, which is...
Have you ever had a big failure though?
Many.
I mean, reading your history, it's just...
Many. My favorite example of that is on a series we did called Fraggle Rock, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be interesting for these characters to have a kind of a Delphic oracle that they could go to? I remembered a character that I had designed for the 10th year of Sesame Street, and it was a trash heap. And so I thought, all of historical knowledge and wisdom is contained in a trash heap. And if it's a talking trash heap,
even better.
Even better. And so I trotted this out for Sesame Street, and they went, huh? No, not interested. And I went, oh, okay. Went into a drawer. Along came Fraggle Rock, and I opened the drawer and said, how about a talking trash heap? And everybody went, wow, let's do it.
Best idea ever.
Best idea ever. So there are no failures.
Well, you worked with Dr. Seuss, which is incredible.
I did.
And then you moved on and started working with Jim Henson,
Yeah.
The Muppets, and then, as you said, Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
It must be an amazing feeling to see your illustrations come to life.
That is the most fun. That's how Jim Henson hooked me. I loved being in publishing. I'd come right out of college. I'd been hired while I was still in college. I was drafted to come down to Random House and work with Dr. Seuss. But we just kind of hit the ground running together. We were very on the same page, quite literally, in terms of our thinking and in terms of our goals and ideals and senses of humor and all of that. So I became the editor for Sesame Street books at Random House. That led me to drawing pictures of the characters as well as writing for them. Jim Henson liked what I was drawing, I guess, and went, come work over here. And I went, no, I love what I'm doing. Why would I do that? He said, okay. He says, maybe you'd help design some characters. And I went, that could be fun. So drew some characters. Come on up to the shop and see how your character's coming along. I'd go up to the shop, and Jim would pick up, Dr. Teeth, which I designed. He'd go, hey, Mike, how are you? Good to see you. And I go, oh, that's just too damn cool, And that's how I got hooked, watching those characters come to life.
You and your wife were just recognized for your charity work in your contribution to world peace. Through all of your work.
Look how well it's working.
You're just starting. So you've been to Afghanistan, Syria, Haiti. Can you talk a little bit about your work?
We consist of my wife Kathy and me, and this remarkable Irish aid worker, Johnny McGlade, and his wife Rosie. And Johnny, Kathy, and I started No Strings really as a result of 9/11. And The first project we did was in Afghanistan to deal with landmines, which is such a terrible problem there and in many other places, of course. And we went to Afghanistan, we went to Sri Lanka after the tsunami, and India and a couple of other places. Our guys were just in Madagascar with 2 films that we just finished on nutrition and really a kind of an ecological film on the problems with over-farming and, stripping and burning the rainforest and so forth. And they went from whatever base they were at, which was already well out there in the middle of nowhere, like a 12 or 14-hour trip by Jeep with the films out into the ends of the earth. And they showed the films in a village where no one had ever seen a moving image before.
It's unbelievable to think in this
Isn't
day
that
and age.
incredible?
Yeah.
You think somebody's got a cell phone, somebody's got never seen anything like it in their lives.
So what kind of satisfaction do you get
A lot.
from this work as opposed to it's both for children, but teaching kids to...
I mean, we always have a kind of secret agenda on all of these things. I don't think we've ever done anything which has been just for children. In our malaria film, which is aimed at South Sudan, but applies all over the world, the guy who's, kind of the dumb guy who doesn't get anything right, who's one of the main characters, he sits there going, you don't get malaria from mosquitoes, you get it from the sun. It's like sunstroke, come on, That's a very real belief in many parts of the world, the idea that mosquito, but it's going to give you this dread disease, forget about it, So these are messages that we, I won't say sneak in, they're really out there.
So how would you like to see this charity expand?
One of the results of this very unexpected and lovely award that you mentioned from Villanova University is that it's put us in touch with people who are working in the inner cities in Philadelphia, which is near where they are, who are dying to create similar programs for the kids in those areas. I have a friend who does a lot of work with the Indian nations in America, and the problems there are huge. I'd love to see ways to create programs for kids in Bermuda. I think there are a lot of problems here that are only just beginning to come to light as the culture expands and grows and becomes a little more introspective, but also more divided, and that breaks my heart. We are this wonderful little petri dish out here in the middle of the ocean where we should be able to work together to create a paradise, and much of it is paradisical, but I do think there are still inequities and misunderstandings and problems that we don't have to have, and there should be ways of addressing those across the board that we're all included in. It's true everywhere, and I think that if No Strings can become a self-supporting production company, it will have all the more opportunity to work in all that many more places doing that much more good work.
Why do you think puppets resonate so much with kids when it comes to getting these key messages across?
There is nothing that I've ever seen, and I love animation, I love live action, I love the printed word, but there's nothing I've ever seen that has the power of a puppet in reaching not just kids, but anybody. It's magic.
Don't forget to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on BurnNews.com to find out who else made the list of the 10 most fascinating people of Bermuda 2016.